I got a mid to low drop fade for y'all today, YouTube. Now I went ahead and slapped my 1.5 guard on, lever completely open, just to start my debulking process. And when I'm debulking, I am going towards the shape that I want to put my zero line in so everything flows together. And I'm not going up too high because again, we're keeping this a mid to low fade. So I'm not going to be taking it up too crazy high, just enough so that way when I set my lines in, everything looks clear. I know where my lines are at and it has more of a clean look to it. Setting in this bald line is going to be the foundation of this haircut. So I'm going ahead and I'm putting in the shape that I want this haircut to take with this bald line, because every other guideline after this is going to be following that same shape as that zero line. Now everything under that bald line that I had made, I'm going over with the foil shaver just to get that down to skin. And going up towards that bald line, you want to make sure that you're releasing the pressure on that shaver and you're flicking out towards the top, so that way you're not setting in any hard lines that you're gonna, it's gonna take some time to get out. So, just do yourself this favor, and whenever you get closer to the top of that bald line, you're releasing that pressure and you're flicking out. Now that we got everything shaved down, I'm going in with my first guideline and I'm going in with my lever open. And I will be going and doing a couple passes on the same spot just to make sure I got everything down to that length that I need it to be at. But other than that, we're just going to be following the same shape all around the head, and it's going to be about a finger's width up. Once I got that guideline put in all around the head, I'm gonna work on taking it out now. So I'm starting by softening it up by going in with my lever halfway closed, and I'm just kind of flicking halfway through that guideline. And once I got it softened up, I'm gonna be closing the lever completely and flicking at that bottom line and just, flicking micro flicks at that bottom line. Don't take it up too high up, because then you're kind of pushing the fade higher. Next guideline, we're putting on the one guard, and we're doing the exact same process as we did with the first guideline, just going up that finger's width and coming back with that half guard and fading it out. Now we got that 0.5 or that half guard on, and the lever's at the halfway position, and we're just going to be flicking halfway through that guideline. Now I got my 2 guard on, and this is going to be the highest guard that we're going to be taking to this. And I'm going to be using a lot of flicking motion with this, just trying to get that to blend into the length on top. So I'm just going to be scooping underneath it and flicking up. Now we're going to go ahead and soften up that guideline with our 1.5 guard on at the halfway position. And whenever you're doing this, or if you follow this method of fading or cutting hair, it's not always going to get that line completely out, but that's all right. You're just going to be using this to soften it up, and you'll come back and get the rest of the line out with your detail work. So you can still see some of the line that 1.5 left behind. So we're gonna go ahead and throw on our 1 guard. And I got the lever at the halfway position mostly. You could open up the lever, close it as much as you need just to get the lines out. So I will be going back and forth sometimes in my lever positions. And I'm using my corners the whole time I'm doing this step. So that way, if I have it closed and if I go up too much, I'm not patching the haircut. Now at this point, the haircut's mostly complete. I'm just going back in and I'm refining the haircut with my detail work. And I'm just going in dark spots that I see with my clipper, kind of doing lever play, whatever position I think that I need to get certain dark spots out, and I'm just hitting it there. And then I'm going to go ahead and throw in my C-cups and my vertical bars just to get all this framed in.